Last we left off, Voel were in a storage area of the Coop. You're searching around, you've found yourself a weapon, you're looking to try and escape, but have been blindsided by Albin, who has pulled out a taser and thrust it at you. You've leapt up onto a desk and are now facing down Albin, who got the taser sparking. You can hear the tick, 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 and is looking to thrust at you again. What do you want to do in this situation?
I'm up on the table. I am going to jump back off of the table and then kick the table into Albin, trying to, make him, double over it, so then I can shank him.
What type of skill do you think this is going to be?
This is definitely a scrap. Keep in mind that I've got a bruise, which means I have less effect.
I'm going to say, it sounds like a risky limited. You can, if you want, you can exchange your position effect, so you can try and make it a desperate standard roll.
If I do that, can I still take the stress for an extra day?
Yes, you certainly can, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
How does this turn into a more desperate situation?
This would be happening, mid-swing of him with the taser. So if I were to screw this up, he would get me with the taser, and I'd kind of be out of commission.
Cool. I'm happy with that. Yeah, and you want to push yourself to add an extra die?
Yeah. Okay, so 3 die total, right?
3 dice? Yep.
Be good to me. I got a 6. A single 6. 2 1s and a 6. I've never clenched so hard in my life.
This is going to happen. Also, your crew is going to gain a gambit, but we'll apply that once we get past the stinger. In this process, you backflip through the air and kick this table forward, smashing it into Albin, and he goes careening backwards into this room. As this action unfolds, our viewpoint zooms out a bit, and we see we're watching all of this through a screen monitor and a figure sitting behind a desk. His fingers tapping onto each other, kind of like in the Mr. Burns fashion. Turns to an assistant in his room and goes, I think this is time we went and extracted our little souvenir from our friend here. I'm going to start a 4-segment clock for Voel's talent extraction. Hello and welcome back to the Placeholder NPCs podcast, where we are continuing our Scum Villainy campaign set in the homebrew setting of Dark Cosmos. My name is Xeno. I'm going to be the game master for this campaign, and with me at the table are my Placeholder NPCs, starting with Sam.
Hey guys, Sam playing Algernon, Kentucky Blue, who is the Stitch playbook medic of the Cloyfish. As of last session, amateur skeptic but professional negotiator, as instanced by his conversation with a bouncer. He is a tall man, dressed very, very slick, constantly cleaning his glasses between sentences just to add a little emphasis to whatever he says. Makes him look very important, and he leverages this whenever he can.
Next to him, we've got Deshaun.
Hey everyone, Dush here. I'll be playing Ark Ferris, callsign Rook. Your friendly neighborhood mystic. Very much experienced a very fun session last time, and definitely excited to get back into another rave as soon as possible, because it very much seems like my sort of place. Definitely excited to get back, so we'll see how quickly that gets to play out again.
And lastly, we have Lex.
Hi guys, I'm Lex, and I'm playing Voel, our trusty pilot who goes by Demon. He comes from a military family within the Concordat, but for the last however long it's been, while these guys have been at raves and parties and living the good life, I have been stuck in a research facility / medical facility where I've been experimented on. I've been plucked, which I'm not apparently pleased about. And apparently I'm getting my toenails pulled now too, so that's not going to be fun. So I hope these guys hurry up and save me.
We're going to see how that plays out, as in this session we are going to be jumping into the start of a new job to maybe try and rescue Voel with toenails intact.
I don't like this maybe talk. To rescue Voel.
We will accept 80% of Voel recovered is a successful mission.
I won't.
If I find a cardboard roughly the shape of Voel, I will take that instead, happily. Just a perfect cutout.
The ship flies itself, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Okay, polar bears like you is why I'm glad we have global warming.
And anybody could be a pilot in this day and age, let's be honest.
But the polar bears are so few and far between. We must cherish them.
We're just called bears now. There's no more polar. It's crazy. No.
All right, so we're going to be going into a start of a job, which means we are about to get an engagement roll, and I'm going to need each of you to pick what loadout you're going to be using to go into this job. As a reminder, you can pick a light loadout, a normal loadout, or a heavy loadout. The bigger your loadout, the less inconspicuous you are going to be. So I'll let you ponder on that briefly. For the engagement roll, we are going up against a faction that is multiple tiers higher than you. I believe that means it's going to put it at a disadvantage for the roll. So we're going to be rolling 2 dice and taking the lowest, unless you guys can come up with major factors that could improve those odds.
Other than we're just the best.
I've already factored it in, hence why it's -1.
Sorry, and just quickly, I mentioned earlier I had a spacesuit from the rave. I'm assuming that's no longer a part of this loadout.
Correct, so your loadouts will restart now.
But I still have to pick light, normal, or heavy now, but just pick the items relating to that later.
That's correct, yes. So you just pick out which loadout, which will give you a bunch of inventory slots, and that's what you will fill up as you go. So you'll pick up your equipment as you go. We're assuming you're all experts in your fields, so we assume you would have picked the correct equipment for the job as you went into it, but we don't know exactly what that is up front.
I'm going to say that Kentucky is taking this specific mission as seriously as possible. He probably never would be in a heavy loadout, just like not how he's most effective, being way down and conspicuous. But given where we are, and a good chance of being spotted or identified anyway, and obviously we wanted to say Voel, he's probably going to have a normal load, just so that he's going to have a few things on him. He's not going to take too many chances.
Okay, so a normal load for Kentucky.
Yeah.
Ark, what are you thinking for yourself?
Similar to what Kentucky stated about, we can't exactly be the most inconspicuous. We're very much going in to get Voel. In the back of Ark's mind, they're also very much thinking we're going to make a splash and make sure the koi fish is known. So Rook is going to go all out and go heavy load.
Heavy.
Yep.
And that brings us back around to Voel.
Heavy loadout if he can. Everything he can use as a weapon or as a tool to get out of here will be what he uses. If he can carry a chair with him, he will.
Cool. All right, so for the mechanics of this one, I'm going to get you to be creative with how you pick your items. So you'll still have your list of items from your character sheet, but I want you to tell me as you pick them up how you reclaim them from your environment, because you don't have access to the koi fish where all your stuff would normally be.
Yeah.
So we are representing your equipment as stuff you've picked up while here at the coop.
Too easy. Will I need to mark off like melee weapon and the detonator, given I already have a bomb and a knife on me?
Yeah, I'm happy to start off with that one. I think that makes sense.
Okay, so I've got those already marked off.
Awesome.
And just quickly, I believe you mentioned earlier during the first part that there is a potential gambit on the crew.
So at the start of a job, your crew gambits reset back to 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to include the stinger as part of the job itself. So your crew will be starting with 3 gambits for this one. So gambits reset. We've picked our loadouts. Let's get an engagement roll going.
And to double check, what is this engagement roll for?
So this is kicking off how you're starting in the job. So how well off you are. A higher the roll means you're in a better position.
So this is in the coop, right?
Correct.
And Algernon has a relatively intimate knowledge of the layout of the coop.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I would say that Algernon probably would have at least a decent plan for how we can board the coop, either like docking with the koi fish or with like, a skipper or something like that, as close to where he would expect the high value prisoners would be kept. So like maybe, not just like the standard entrance, there might be like a back entrance or something like that.
To add to that, would it have been worthwhile of us having a flashback to include the rest of the crew? Not quite stealthing, but maybe like spoofing our way in so that they think it's someone else that they're letting into the crew?
that will come in later. So this is just a pure engagement roll. There's no flashbacks at this point because we haven't actually started. We're queuing things up.
Oh, okay, cool. Just thought I'd double check if that would affect this sort of engagement roll or not.
I'm happy to take Algernon's knowledge of the Coop, finding the best ways in and out, to add a dice to this roll. So that'll take it from a 2 dice disadvantage to just a single dice roll.
Cool.
Who would like to make that roll for me?
Anyone but Lexi.
Well, I've done my part.
I was gonna say, I think Kentucky.
Yeah.
I think Kentucky should be
Oh.
dice
I
roll general
agree.
for this one.
All right. Well, I guess, yeah, the great equalizer is this dice roll, and it will undo my good work. Here we go. All right. 5. I can't remember if we wanted high or low.
High is usually good, so it's a mixed result. So you're going to be in a somewhat risky position when all the action starts.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm already in a risky position.
You're probably gonna, yeah, you're there anyway. I don't think my dice roll would have helped you there, buddy.
Yeah, I need you to dub in like taser sounds at the background anytime I talk.
I do that in my head constantly anyway.
And last question for everyone. Who's going in with you to help rescue Voel?
I think we need, what's his face?
One of the...
At the helm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Triv and Trell on the ship?
One of them on the ship at least.
Yeah, one of them we definitely need helming the ship.
So it's typically been Triv most of the times she's been flying.
And Trell's more of the engineer, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Would any of the others that we picked up be willing to help out? Because I remember they were more civilian-esque sort of individuals, but...
I have concepts of an idea, at least the vibe of an idea, as to like maybe me and you being one team doing the saving of Voel, and maybe another team going elsewhere to help sabotage and make our escape easier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They can find out where like the security office is and head that way.
Yeah, and that would probably like lend to Trell's expertise as an engineer.
Yeah, I like that.
That could work. So then the concept you're going to try to do is grab Voel, rendezvous with the rest of the crew, escape.
Yeah, I don't even think we would rendezvous. I think maybe we'd
just-
be on a clock or something like that. We'd be like, it should take me this long to get to the cells at this time, flip a switch or whatever, and then both make it back to the koi.
Worst case scenario, I could even make sure I stock my communicator, and then Triv or Trell has theirs as well, so that we can kind of let them know when to head back.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we could definitely have communicators and that, yeah.
Okay, so then this will be focusing just on Ark and Algernon in their activities, so you're not going to have anyone directly with you at this point.
Yeah, I think while we are probably going to be noticed, and we accept that, we're not going to...
Don't want to put others in harm's way.
Well, I mean, yeah, that too, but also just like, a big crowd is probably going to be more conspicuous.
Yeah, true.
And definitely harder to move about as well.
Yeah,
True.
and we just want to be fast. We want to get in, get Voel, get out.
That's perfectly good. So keep in mind, you can definitely use flashbacks throughout the episodes to set up what the other team is doing.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is it. So with that, let's lock it in and get on with this episode of Dark Cosmos. Algernon, Ark, you have made your way into the Coop. You are currently running down a hallway. There's a door at the end, fast approaching. Behind you are several border guards chasing you down through this hallway. You currently have a significant lead on them and making your way through a corridor which you think is going to end up into a storage area of some sort. What do you want to be doing in this situation?
First and foremost, from Ark, I will be making sure, as I am now armored up, that I will be behind Algernon, protecting them as much as possible, effectively, trying to ensure that they don't get hit.
Ah, buddy.
So protection duty, so you're making your way up to this door at the end of the corridor.
Correct. Yep.
How do you envision yourself protecting Algernon?
Effectively, I'm just using the girth of my body. Yes, I did say girth to just cover Algernon effectively.
Okay, so if any gunfire goes off,
I'm just a giant shield, for lack of a better thing. Yeah.
sweet. Yeah, let's say they're shooting guns at you.
Sure.
Why not? Let's get a roll going to see how well you can protect Algernon. What are we thinking for a roll?
Oh, good idea.
If I may have a suggestion,
Certainly can.
Yeah.
this seems like it would be some really cool force bullshit. Like the way you are able to anticipate which way the bolts are going because of the way, and you just just keep blocking their path with your body.
envisioning like a Neo Matrix thing where he starts flying back, but he's not actually blocking the bullets, so they just go through and hit Algernon anyway.
No, it's like dancing forward, but like, you know, he's like kind of zigzagging right in the way. Like, I don't think the backflips are slightly less believable.
Just like mid-air twirls through it and avoids all bullets, and then just looks back and just see Algernon dead on the floor. Well, I dodged everything. Damn it.
But excellent dismount, though.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Like, use the way to sort of like bend the path of the bullets, or to avoid them and to sway Algernon out of the way every now and then if I need to, kind of thing. Yeah.
So these are kind of like blaster pistol shots. So, you know, you're just bending them towards walls, just away from you guys.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'd probably use a tune with that. Would that work in that way? Because I'm attuning with the way, but I'm not communicating
Yeah,
with...
I'll allow a tune. You're digging into the way.
Sweet. And just because I've once again forgotten how to play, I've got 2 in a tune.
So you have 2 dice to start with. Now you're using the way, so you're going to dig into your way power boost.
Oh, yes, using that, yeah, because that's boosted, isn't it? Yeah.
So that's the clock that we've got set up for your way powers. So you've got 3 on that one, which will allow you to add 3 dice to the roll.
Damn, these drugs last forever.
Oh, yeah. Now, do those 3 go away the second I use them?
No, they'll reduce by 1 each time you use them.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Hell yeah. So that's 5 dice. Let me roll this.
So 5 dice. Do you want to add anything else to it before you roll?
No, I think I'm good.
Algernon wants to do something as well during this, but I don't think it's going to apply to your role. I think it's like something separate.
Also, just quickly, does this count as teamwork of protecting a teammate? Or could my act of protecting Algernon affect or assist their role as well if they need to do one in the future in regards to this?
No, this wouldn't. So teamwork would be you're helping Algernon directly with his thing, or vice versa.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Don't forget, you can take 2 stress to add an extra die to that. If you want, you can spend a gambit and make it 6 die.
I can also use the way to spend a gambit instead of paying stress costs, but I will just stick with the 5 that I've got because I feel like...
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's give this a go.
All right. So we were in a risky situation at the moment because you're being chased by these guards that are firing upon you. But I think you're going to get greater effect out of this because we've got that buff from the way powers.
Okay, so that is a 6, a 5, 2 4s, and a 3.
So a single 6 success.
Single 6, yes.
As you dig into this way power that you've accumulated, I think for a brief moment, everything flashes a kind of way energy to you. In that space of energy, you see a figure in the distance, the concept of a person. They're currently moving within a crowd of people, but you don't see a crowd. You just know they're within a crowd.
Do I recognize this individual?
This figure turns to you, can't make out any features of it, but there is a familiarity to it.
Okay.
And then in that brief moment, your way energy subsides. And tell me in an over-the-top dramatic way, how does your way powers bend these bullets and blaster pistols away from you?
As you effectively, Ark kind of just has like this clarifying moment of just like everything slows down around them, just deep breath in, deep breath out. And as that happens, if you looked behind Ark, you would just kind of see an invisible, like a force field sort of sphere around them. And the bullets are effectively bouncing off that, going off in different directions, pinging into the walls. One goes back at a guy into his blaster. One just happens to go up into a pipe that lets off a whole plume of steam just flying out. And it kind of just, not envelops, but just like covers up the way that Ark and Algernon were running and just disappears them effectively.
I'll build upon that. I think it hits that pipe and just like a whole section of the wall just bursts open in between you and the guards.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, definitely, yeah. I like it.
Excellent. These guards are being pushed back for now. One of them has, their lightning blast has ricocheted back. They've just gone straight through the eyeballs, slow motion blood trail coming out the back of their head.
Hell yeah.
As your vision of this entity within a crowd fades, you're back to here in the room with Algernon. Now, Algernon, you wanted to do something next?
No, actually, after that, I feel like Ark's kind of got it covered, honestly. I was going to help do something similar to, like, the wall to help, separate us, but, like, nah, man. He's got it. Kentucky's probably just, like, taking any quick opportunity he can to turn back to see what the fuck just happened. But like, I think even, you know, with his slight inclination with the way himself, and also, you know, his exposure to artifacts, like he could feel like, I guess, the same kind of sensation he usually feels when feeling somewhat attuned to these things, like the hair standing up on his back. He just knows that Ark is kind of just like gone into the zone for that period of time, and then shenanigans have happened since, and like he's kind of already pieced that together.
I think you feel that concussive last wave just filter past you. Your hair's just like ruffling in the winds from it.
Yeah.
Voel.
That's me.
In the time that you've kicked up this desk, shoved it into Albin, there's a massive explosive sound coming from outside the room. And in the moments after it, 2 figures come bursting through the door you were planning to escape through. You see 2 very familiar figures of your crew, Algernon and Ark, bursting into the storage room.
So he's in the storage room.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. What took you so long?
Oh god, he's wearing Vol's feathers. What did you do to him? Oh wait, you're Vol. Huh, you look different.
Jokes later. Bad guy with taser.
Oh.
Yeah, Kentucky, quite relieved to see Voel alive, at the very least. Quite quickly realizes the danger. There's a fucking like desk scattered and some guy trying to get himself up. I assume that like he got like knocked against the bars from what Voel did.
Yeah, we can say that. He's been knocked back towards the storage racks.
So Kentucky, without giving much of a second thought, like you sees Voel in this like defensive position, ready to square up with this random prisoner. Haven't seen his face or anything like that. Kentucky like pulls out his baton thing that he has and like extends it out with a flick, and he just quickly like snakes his arm in, and then like holds the other end of the baton and like pulls it up against this guy's throat to hold him up against the bars and keep him pinned.
Awesome. I will also know, you would probably know as well, that a large explosion might be drawing more attention to this area.
Nah. Yeah, probably. Kentucky just says, Ark, quickly, get him out of this cage. We need to move now.
Fair enough. I'll look around for any sort of digital apparatus or anything that I can potentially hack to get them out of there.
So you're in just like a general storage room. There's no necessarily a cage here.
Oh, I thought he was in a jail cell. Okay.
No. At this point, we're in the storage room just outside of the mess hall.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Vol, you could have left at any time. What are you doing?
Oh, okay.
So on the map, it's the "you are here" symbol.
Yep.
Well, that's why I was confused about the fact that it was a storage room.
Storage area.
Is this halfway through his own escape? Is that what's going on here?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, my own escape attempt, yeah.
Right, okay. Okay, well then me pinning this guy down against bars doesn't make sense because there are no bars.
Well, I mean, you could be pinning him down against storage racks.
Yes, but the way I was seeing it was like from behind, I was pulling him into the bars.
This was a cell sort of area, yeah.
Yeah, it was a cell, which doesn't make sense.
I see where you are. Yep. I'm happy to roll that back.
In which case, well then this is going to be very different.
Cool, we burst into the room.
You've burst into this storage area. There is a now thrown over desk. There is various like just those metal storage racks with like flour, food supplies, cooking utensils, general everyday items for a facility that would need to like make food and cleaning supplies. You do know there is a couple ways out of this room if you need to get out quickly, but it's also not a huge room. And Voel, you would know that the food fight is still happening on in the mess hall.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so they would have come in from the loading dock side?
Yes, they've come in from the loading dock side.
Yeah.
You've come in from the mess hall, and you've met in the middle.
So instead of using the baton, what's going to happen is Kentucky is going to rush towards this unknown assailant. And I'm going to say because I wasn't too sure if he would have like a syringe gun, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like a pistol that shoots darts as opposed to an actual blast pistol.
Well, you've got medical supplies, right? You've got syringes and applicators.
Well, yeah, like if he's gonna get up and close personally, might as well have a syringe,
Correct.
right? Yeah. So he's gonna pull out a syringe and just like quickly straight to the neck. Something equivalent to like anesthetic or something. Well, knockout.
Oh, I thought you were going to say just give him an air embolism.
Jeez, very fucking specific in this. Like, yeah, like I need to get a vein, otherwise, and just kill him slowly. Yeah.
You're a medical professional.
And that is the exact same thing you said the last time he did this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, what's wrong with you? Fucking hell.
I saw it once on TV, and I just assumed that's what everyone does with an empty syringe.
He's been watching a lot of Grey's Anatomy lately.
Yeah, but they're never like fucking. They're always in a bed. Like they're not going anywhere. They've already got a fucking cannula in and an IV. Like you're not.
I don't.
Just randomly coming up to someone on the street and making sure you get an air bubble in their vein.
I don't know what you do in your spare time.
If
Presumably.
I'm ever sick, I don't want Dush to visit me.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. You're not sick
Yeah,
now?
I don't want to visit you either. To be fair, if you're sick.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to just straight up for the anesthetic or whatever you want to call it. Like I was envisioning like having some sort of like dark gun in general for combat, but like also probably not viable. Anyway, regardless, let's say just use the syringe. And before Albin gets a chance to like say anything, it takes effect quickly, but like just like soon after I inject him and see that he's like starting to pass out, like my face like visibly changes in reaction to seeing who this person is.
Thank you for making it through another episode. We'd love to hear your feedback on the show. If you have any questions or theories you'd like to discuss, then leave us a message in the comments of your favorite podcasting platform and we'll do our best to reply when we can. Otherwise, come hang out with us on Instagram under the handle Placeholder NPCs. Background music for this episode is by Sasha End, opening credits by Feslian Studios, and sound effects by Zapsplat.com. All the links are in the episode description.